This week's episode of Family Fast and Furious Supercharged Feud will not be seen in order to bring you the following.
You've just tuned into That Really Swell Podcast. The voice of all things themed entertainment.
Hello everyone, welcome to episode number 4 of That Really Swell Podcast. If you're new, welcome. If you're a returning listener, welcome back to the shenanigans. My name's Julie, I'm your host. I'm here with my very good friend and co-host, Alex.
Hi.
AKA
Hi.
Mr. Baker Mouse.
Hi. Hi. Hi.
In today's show, we're going to continue
Hi.
and
Hi. Hi.
he doesn't socialize very much.
No, not at all.
So we're going to continue our then and now season, and we're headed back over to Epcot.
Epcot Center.
Epcot.
Center. Epcot Center.
And with it being an Epcot episode, I'm just going to put out there that Alex at some point is going to get angry, irate, disgruntled, because he has a huge passion for Epcot.
Look, hand to heart,
Oh.
I promise
Epcot.
I will not lose my mind over original classic perfect Epcot Center.
I don't trust it. All right, so we're headed over to Epcot, and we're
You should.
going to go to World Discovery.
I'm sorry, what is that?
Future World.
Say it again.
What used to be
Uh-huh.
Future World, but is currently World Discovery.
A future world, that I get, yes.
But
yes. I don't
we're
know what
going
this
back-
world discovery, that sounds so
We're
stupid.
going-
Did you make
Okay.
that up?
Oh my gosh, no.
Oh, okay.
That's the actual name.
No, it's not. That's so stupid. World discovery.
Just promise. I mean, we have it recorded that you made a promise
Uh-huh.
not 2 minutes ago
Yeah.
that you weren't going to be a curmudgeon about this.
Uh-huh. I'm not.
Okay. We're headed to...
My
since
toes
it's
were
a-
crossed.
Since it's a then and now series, they can't be crossed because I broke some of them. It's impossible. Anyway, you have to listen to the first episode. So we're going to Future World, and I'm going to call it Future World because that's what it was called back then, and we're going to the then part of the then and now series. We're going to be exploring what used to be the Horizons attraction.
Horizons. The greatest attraction ride in the history of any theme park on planet Earth since the creation of time.
Yeah, in your opinion. And we're also going to talk about...
Have you
what
been on
replaced
it?
Right.
Have you been on it?
No.
Okay,
that's why
then.
I'm not saying an opinion, but it is an opinion. It's
No,
not a fact.
It is a fact. It's factual.
It's not a fact.
It's factual.
All right. You've done so much complaining after promising not to
There were
complain.
no complaints. I've done
Okay.
a lot of pushing.
So we're going to talk about Horizons first, and then we'll go into the now part of our then and now, which will be mission space. So back to Future World. The day is October 1st, 1983, 12 years after the grand opening of Magic Kingdom Park, just 1 year after Epcot's grand opening. Horizons is located between World of Motion and the Universe of Energy,
Yeah.
which in our last show, we spoke about the Universe of
Did we?
Energy.
I don't remember.
We did. We did. We talked about the Universe of Energy and Cosmic Rewind, another episode where you got very upset.
Well,
at.
that would be not entirely true. I didn't get upset
You get
about
upset about everything.
that. I was just passionately speaking my heart
Yeah, tomato. So, Horizon was, in a sense, it was supposed to be the sequel to Magic Kingdom's Carousel of Progress.
Mm.
And if you're familiar with the Carousel of Progress, it follows a family as they live throughout the 20th century. So Horizons was supposed to kind of continue that, focusing on the story of the family through the 21st century and how they might live throughout that. Which, okay. I've never been on Horizons.
Mm.
Never. I've seen videos and all that stuff. I've never been on Horizons, but I think that concept is pretty cool, that there is, in a way, continuing the story of the Carousel of Progress.
Yeah, that alone is kind of cool. This is not me fangirling at the moment, but now that you say that, I hadn't thought about it before. It's kind of cool to have a ride that has a sequel.
Yeah, I think that's, I mean, because Carousel, I don't know how, well, I know Alex is like a massive fan of Horizons,
right,
but I don't know the reception of that particular ride, but I know Carousel of Progress is a really popular ride within the Disney community, and to have a sequel to that, I think that's pretty cool. So, I mean, I can't really speak about Horizon since I've never been. Why do you fangirl over that so much? Like, what is your draw to Horizons? Why is it such a great ride?
Well, it's not just
or
me.
Was such a great ride.
It still exists.
Yeah. Okay.
You know where it exists?
In your mind.
Here. It exists here for all of us. People have plenty of rides they love now, but they still talk about Horizons. Those who went on it anyways. Mm-hmm. But it was great. There was a lot of firsts on that ride that we hadn't seen before prior to all the years, on Disney rides or theme park rides in general. Well, one, the ride vehicle itself, the ride system, wasn't your standard moving forward. Your vehicle was sideways. So you were always facing the ride, or the scenes in the ride. You were always facing them. You weren't moving forward. You were moving sideways throughout the whole attraction.
Is it like Carousel of Progress? Like you're watching the stage and then you're kind of like moving?
Yeah, but in the ride vehicle way, which is pretty cool. So you could fit like 3 or 4, 5 if you're really skinny people in there. It was that. It was the amount of animatronics in there was mind-boggling. Like, there was so much to see in there. It was impressive. And then also, one of the biggest aspects was the end of the ride, that you could pick your ending.
Is it like in Spaceship Earth where you can like choose your where they have you touch the screen and you choose like your future and stuff like that? Like you make little choices, like a Mad Libs, but
yeah, sort of like that, but Horizons did it way before that. And that was pretty cool.
Wow. I'm thinking back to the videos I've seen on it. It kind of like how you're describing it. It seems like Carousel of Progress, but watching the videos, are you familiar with the Seas with Nemo and Friends in Epcot?
Right.
Like the Omnimover one?
Yeah.
Was it like that? That like it kind of like is the Omnimover, like the car, the ride vehicle, and then you're just like slowly going through each scene?
Right, you're slowly going through, but actually instead of it being connected to the ground, it was hanging on a track, which is also kind of cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty neat. Well, the original ride concept came from Reginald Jones, who at that time was the CEO of General Electric, and Jack Welch, who would be the future CEO of General Electric. The concept of the ride was to focus on Thomas Edison and his work along with GE. I mean, that's so... See, as an older person now, I wish I would have really appreciated Epcot that back then.
Yeah.
Because looking back at it, there's like, it's cool to learn stuff.
Yeah.
It's in a fun way,
Well, that's it. That's my point. That's like, it's stuff you don't see anymore, and I don't mean like Disney in general. It's just stuff you don't see anymore, period, to have that quality of craftsmanship with the entertainment in a theme park.
Yeah, I mean, but then you also have to think of the current generations and what appeals to the current generation.
Yeah, they don't know anything.
It would be nice to just have like, oh my gosh. This is the future. This is the future we're talking about.
Yeah.
And I told you it's an Epcot episode. Alex is going to be very angry and irate.
That's not angry.
And
That's
oh
not
my
angry.
gosh. Anyway. So the concept of Horizons was changed to focus more on the future of America, a theme that changed again with respect to appeal of the global audience.
Mm-hmm.
So the building that housed Horizons was designed to resemble a spaceship.
Yeah.
Accentuating the third dimension, giving the impression to an infinite horizon, hence the name Horizons. Moment of silence. So in June of 1993, General Electric announced it would not renew the sponsorship of Horizons. This happens a lot. It happens so much with theme parks.
Yeah.
Like, these sponsors, they pull out after X amount of years.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, what's going on.
Well, they want to keep it fresh too for their company, so they don't want to
Yeah.
be represented by things that are turning obsolete, right?
Yeah, I guess. But it's funny because when they announce, it's like the perfect storm. Because when General Electric announced that they were not going to continue sponsoring Horizon, like the ride started falling apart in a sense. Like it started. It's like I cannot go on without General Electric. So, I'm sorry, Alex. On January 9th, 1999. Horizons closed its doors permanently.
No.
What do you mean, no? You can't just say no. It happened.
No.
Yeah. So I think over a year came and passed, and that building was unoccupied. And then Disney had to make a very difficult decision. Are we going to retheme this attraction? Or are we going to tear it down completely? Or are we going to tear it down completely?
I would have been the guy in the meeting.
Hand in the corner.
Yes, I say we rebuild it. Who said that?
The guy that has no money who's paying for this. Ignore him. He doesn't go here.
I think we can rebuild it with the power of love.
You could have said the power of magic, man. This is Disney we're talking about. Oh, wasted opportunity.
Love and magic. Who keeps saying that?
So Disney decided to tear it down and build a brand new attraction in its place.
Boring, but before we talk about that boring new attraction. No, people like it. It's cool. I haven't been on it myself because I'm afraid that I won't make it out.
You'll die. Yeah, you'll die. But not because the attraction is strong, because his heart will break into a million pieces that it's not Horizons anymore.
I don't know which one would come first, though. The stroke or the sadness?
A little bit A, a little bit B.
But I want you to get a feel, because you haven't been on Horizons.
Yeah.
I want you to get a feel for getting on the ride. So imagine, imagine if you will, you enter the attraction, and Horizons is all about taking a flight into the future. And the first thing you see when you walk in, well, maybe the second thing you see when you walk in, is the flight schedule right in front of you, like at the airport when you see all the flights laid out.
Am I taking a spaceship?
Sort of. It's
a shuttle?
It's a shuttle / time machine. And you see this flight schedule in front of you with the blinking lights, and it says now boarding, and it's showing you all the flights that you're going to these different sections of the future. There's 3 main ones that are in the attraction, but there are other ones posted on the board, which is kind of cool. So immediately you walk in and it feels like, oh, this is cool. I'm going on a flight. Walk down the ramp, turn around, and then there's these 3 giant portals or ports. And you look through them, and they're kind of like those, those kaleidoscope toys that you would have.
Uh-huh.
But these are like, I want to say, for me, remembering, maybe like 60-inch screens with a kaleidoscope effect, showing you, each one showing you the different areas that you're going to travel into. And then you hear a voiceover telling you, like a travel agent, the experience you're going to have in each one of these sections. So as you're waiting in the queue, you get to hear this and find it out. And you keep going, turn the corner, and then you're at the ride vehicles, getting onto a moving ramp, and you get into your sidecar, right, facing sideways, and then you're going smoothly down the track, and then you hear...
Horizons 1 is now departing. Our final destination today, the 21st century.
Yeah! To the 21st century.
Woo!
Sorry. Nothing.
21st century, yeah! I mean...
Did you not hear the cool voice?
Yeah, I heard the cool voice.
All right, fine. You go through the 21st century. You go through all these different areas. You go through what we thought the future would look like, which is pretty cool. Robots, butler robots, kitchen robots, machines that cut your hair and shine your shoes for you.
Like the Jetsons.
It was very much like the Jetsons.
Okay.
It was kind of cool. And then you get to see how life would be in space in the future. Mm-hmm. In the desert, where they're converting deserts into farmland. And then living under the ocean as well. So that was pretty cool. But then at the end, you got to see all of this stuff, but at the end you get to experience what it would be like to fly through these different sections. So you hear a voice that's telling you to pick 3 flashing lights in front of you. You get to pick which section you want to see projected in front of you so that you can fly through. And it sounded a little something like this.
Attention Horizons passengers. You are invited to choose your own flight path back to the future port. Please look down at the lighted panels in front of you. Press one of the 3 ride choices: space, desert, or undersea. Everyone can choose. Majority rules. All passengers, make your selections now.
And then my hand would get slapped away and my brother would pick one.
Okay. But it said majority rules, right?
Yeah.
So what if I chose my selection? What if I went through this entire ride and I'm like, okay, this ride, it's not so bad. It's not like boring like I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I get to pick my selection.
Right.
And then it's not the majority. And then I don't get I just sit there like this because it's not the one I chose.
Talk to the 3 other people who are sitting with you.
Okay. So it's a majority in the ride vehicle. It's not a majority of everybody experiencing.
Oh, no. In your ride vehicle. Majority in the ride vehicle.
Before we talk about the destruction of this.
Oh, no. Wait. We're not done.
Oh, wait,
yet.
you're not done. Oh, Alex is not done. Okay.
Done yet. I mean,
please.
You need to
Sorry,
go. You
I'm
need
hitting
to
my mic.
feel the whole experience. You haven't felt it yet.
I don't think I'm going to. I think you're wasting your time with me.
No. I don't think so. All
right, go. Continue,
so then,
please.
There's just nothing coming out of you. You can't wait to talk about Mission Space.
Nah, We'll get there. No, but please continue.
Well, after that awesome little experience here. Actually, you know what?
We need the music from Shark Tank right now. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, I would tank.
Go ahead.
I would tank immediately.
Please present your whatever it is.
Now it's too much pressure. It's like you're Mr. Wonderful over there. Why don't you just shave your head? You know, those little ride videos, now that I'm thinking about it, they reminded me very much of the Back to the Future ride. Because, you know, those were all miniature sets. So they would build miniature sets of space, desert, ocean. And they built these massive miniature sets, and they ran a motion control camera through those sets to film it. And then they superimposed a little spaceship vehicle that you were in into the video and moved it around to make it look like you were traveling through. So that was kind of cool. It wasn't, CG, so it felt very realistic. It was tangible because it was real miniature sets, like Back to the Future video. So then once that's done, then you hear the saddest thing in the world, which was...
From all of us, thanks for exploring horizons. Now, please take small children by the hand and watch your step onto the moving belt. The belt and your vehicle are traveling at equal speed.
The part that really gets me is take children by the hand. The affection, the love that they had for people. It was amazing.
Okay, it has nothing to do with it. They don't want the kids to get hurt.
It's affection and love.
Affection and love. Got it. All right. So before we talk about the are you done with?
Yes, I'm done talking about the greatest ride attraction in the history of the universe since the dawn of time in theme parks.
Okay, but wait.
Yes.
Before we talk about the destruction of it.
Yeah.
So I love that word. So you know how, like, if you go to theme parks very often, you go on specific rides and then you think, man, I wish I could just like go into that part of the ride. Like in Space Mountain, there's this, it's literally a ball pit in the queue of Space Mountain. Like you look down and there's all these like silver balls and you're like, man, I want to jump in there. I just want to jump in there and just be a kid again.
I was thinking like I would go with one of my little cousins and like throw them in there. Oh no! Oh, what has happened? I must go
shall
something.
I do? Yeah, or like if you go on Pirates, you want to get out and explore the like little villages and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So like, you know,
don't tell him anything. I want to go to that lady. Like, shut up.
Like, you know, you get the intrusive thoughts when you go on these rides, but then you think, okay, I'm not going to get out and I'm not going to go explore as much as it looks entertaining.
I'm not going to go out and grab a cucumber like an idiot.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Like a complete moron.
Let's not even discuss Cucumber Gate, okay? That's a different show.
You know, I say things about people and I joke and I kid and I hope you understand that I'm kidding.
There we go. Yeah.
But you're an idiot, cucumber person. You're an idiot. I'm sorry.
Jeez. They probably got banned for life for doing that. You've seen how pristine the sands of the land are, and you're going to just walk on there with your average, like, sneakers that have been touching everything else. Anyway. I digress.
Yeah, we'll go on forever on that one.
Back to intrusive thoughts about being on rides and wanting to just like get out and like just experience the cool sets that they have on all these rides. So for Horizons, there were these gentlemen that they actually did that.
Heroes.
At that time.
Heroes.
Alex calls them heroes. I do not condone this behavior. However, it needs to be discussed because they lived out the intrusive thoughts that the average person has when they go on these theme park rides. Chief and Hoot.
Horizons Legends.
Unfortunately, Chief has passed away. But Chief and Hoot okay, this was way back before security measures were like as strict as they are right now.
Yeah, you're talking about cameras on the ride, sensor plates on the floor, sensors, motion sensors all together. All that's didn't exist for Horizons, amazingly.
Horizons did not have any of that. And being that these two loved the parks and loved the Imagineering so much, they let their intrusive thoughts get the best of them, and they figured out a way to get out of the moving vehicles. Again, I don't condone this, and let's not do this. And there are way better security measures now. You can't. They'll bum rush you and they'll escort you to Disney
They're
jail
staring
and out
at
of the
you.
park.
They'll know that you even have the thought. Just the thought, and they'll know. They'll press the electrocution button in your ride vehicle.
They will know. We're talking about years past, before all these security measures were in place. They figured out how to get out of the car, time jumping into other empty cars. Like, it was this like advanced just thinking that they had, and what they wanted to do. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't they spend nights after the closure of the ride there, like after the ride closed, and just being in that area and going to the different sets? Did they? Well,
no, they would not after it would close or anything like that, but during the day. 8 hours a day exploring the ride. Well, not a day, but 8 hours at a time exploring the ride. Can you imagine?
Oh my gosh.
Could you imagine that?
I can't imagine. I know there's too many things to do, too many things to eat. I couldn't stay there for 8 hours. But the thing that I thought was, again, I do not condone this behavior. However, what I thought was cool was the fact that when you're on the ride, you only see what the Imagineers want you to see, right? But like, let's say if there is a TV or a computer desk that is, facing the ride vehicle, you don't know what's on that TV, or you don't know what's on that computer. They got to go and see what was there. And there was actually things that there was so much detail that you as a guest wouldn't see, that these two were able to see and document for themselves. And that actually goes to show you how much thought Imagineers put into their craft, because even if the guests aren't going to see it, it's not like,
there, but it's still there.
It's crazy. So I thought that was pretty neat.
Well, and, a note on that, though. You're saying you don't condone it. I don't condone it either.
Are you sure?
Sort of. Because then I'll say at the same time, this is one thing I don't understand about Disney. I never will. Or actually any theme park, really. Any of the big theme parks, I don't understand. Those rides like that have a real following, like almost a cult following. Following. This one has a cult following. How is it that you don't recreate this ride somehow in some fashion? And I don't mean, because of course it would cost millions to recreate it physically, but we're living in the age of VR. It's like, for me, it's a missed business opportunity. I do not get how you have all the plans. They have all the plans. How do you not recreate this in 3D for people to experience the attraction again?
And you don't know what's in the plans for the future. They could be working on something like that. You have no idea.
It's been ages.
But you don't know.
There are people online who have built basically Magic Kingdom. They're building Epcot. They've been doing it for years.
Yeah.
They're way ahead of Disney.
Well, I don't know. We don't know what they're working on. But yeah, I mean, there is a following. You are one of them. And
I am one of many.
From a business standpoint, there is money to be had, or money to be made from something like that. Yeah.
All hail Horizons.
So people like Alex back then, Chief and
Hoot.
Chief and Hoot, who loved the ride, that they decided to just explore it, and I wonder how. I have to look it up. I wonder what their feelings were after the demolition of that attraction.
Oh, they were devastated. That was their favorite attraction. See, the only time actually that they went back, and this is the whole reason we know them, that they went back to document it, is when they heard it was going to be demolished.
Okay, so this is after the fact. They kept all of that info for themselves, and after the fact, they started like releasing it.
No. They were fans of the ride. They wrote it over and over and over and over and over and over again.
They did this after they found out they were going to remove the ride. That's when they started exploring the whole building and stuff. Okay.
That's when they said, holy cow. Well, as a matter of fact, I'll go back one step. They heard the attraction was closing down. Mm-hmm. And then the close down came very quickly. And they had regrets. They were like, oh, man, we really didn't take any photos or anything. Then they heard about the reopening, the temporary reopening. And then they said, this is our chance. Let's go. And then they started documenting. Oh, my gosh.
That's crazy. And it's, their research, if you want to call it that, their research is still out there.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Their website is still active.
Yeah.
And even though the ride is no longer, they had that piece of history, that you won't really find anywhere else.
No, and you won't get that from any other ride. I just find it interesting also from a standpoint that you get to kind of really explore the mindset of the Imagineer and how they did things. Mm-hmm. You don't really get that with anything else, unless you're watching some kind of special like the Imagineering story, mm-hmm. which even then they only show you what they want you to see.
What they want you to see, and then like in the instance of these two gentlemen, it's like you see that there are no shortcuts to be taken. Right. Like from the Imagineers, they don't take any shortcuts, which is cool, because it's not just things are not just displayed what they want the guest to see, mm-hmm. like stuff that we don't see, they still put a ton of work into it, which is interesting. I mean, pretty cool.
Yes, they took no shortcuts on that ride.
Or other rides. So now the part of the show that I've been dragging for your benefit. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know. You say dragging for my benefit. I think you've been stalling for your benefit.
No.
I'm gonna stretch that death out real good.
So, for the first time in Disney history, the demolition of a ride building, making way for a new attraction, took place in July of 2000. Goodbye, Horizons. Yes.
Those photos are on the line as well, and those are painful photos to see.
The demolition of the building?
Yes.
So they tore down the Horizons building to make way for the new attraction, Mission Space.
Mission Space.
Construction for Mission Space began in late 2000. So they spend, they don't waste any time. Mm-hmm. They demoed a Horizons building, and they started building for Mission Space in late 2000. And the attraction opened in 2003.
Yeah.
So now we're moving on to Mission Space.
Fine. Whatever.
So I went on Mission Space. Alex has never been on Mission Space. I went on Mission Space when it first opened. And I am by no means an astronaut. But I do want to say, in my opinion, mm-hmm. this ride is so well done, mm-hmm. so well done, and it puts you in the you feel like you're going to space, everything from the minute you get into the spacecraft, all your senses, everything, you are immersed in that. What I would think is that environment. I have no idea. This ride is so well done that it was actually too strong for me.
It was too well done.
It was a little too well done. My dreams of becoming an astronaut had perished. I can't do this in real life.
I'm going to be an astronaut.
Not anymore. Not anymore. I never went on it since then. So I went on it when it first opened. I never went back.
I want to, but I'm
Ah,
I don't think so. If I can't handle a roller coaster, not really. I don't think I can handle that. Not even the green. No.
well, yeah, we'll get there in a minute. So, about mission space. So the concept is simulating what an astronaut might experience when they board the spacecraft, like the centrifugal motion of it all, and the if you're claustrophobic, you don't want to go in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is really, really confined, and I just don't. It's crazy because you feel like you're actually lifting off the G-force, everything, like you feel like you're going to space.
If you know what, insane. You said that, and I think, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I read a fact somewhere that you actually pull more G-forces in there than actual astronauts do.
I don't know.
It's just
I'd have to look that up. I mean, I felt like it.
I think they said you pull more G-force there, but for a shorter time than astronauts.
It's crazy. It is crazy. I mean, if you're a thrill seeker and you're not claustrophobic and you don't have motion sickness, if you're in perfect health and you love thrill rides, this is the ride for you. So when the ride opened, in the pre-show, you know how Disney loves putting their actors in pre-shows and things like that here and there. We had Mr. Gary Sinise when the ride first opened. Lieutenant Dan himself, Lieutenant Dan, as some of you might know him. Lieutenant Dan. He was in the pre-show.
You flying a spaceship.
Lieutenant Dan. So we had Gary Sinise when it first opened. But Mission Space and how I described it, and when I went on it when it first opened, super, super strong. So it's not just a Julie thing. It was so strong, Disney had to like redo the ride and offer a less intense version of Mission Space. So that came about, the ride opened in 2003, right? They started offering the less intense version in 2006, so only 3 years passed, and they were like, all right, this is too strong for people. Let's give them an option to ride a more tame version.
Was it because it was too strong for people, or was it them saying, hey, boss is kind of tired of cleaning up?
Gross. Jeez. Or we need more kids to experience this. Whatever the reasoning was, in 2006, they started offering a more tame version. So you have the opportunity to ride the original version as intended, which is Mission Space Orange.
Now
it's Mission Space Orange. Or you can be Mission Space Green Team, which is the less intense version, which has no spinning. I'm scared though. I want to say I would go on the green team, but I'm still like.
So I thought the green spun, but just slower. You're saying it doesn't spin at all, so it's just the rocking back and forth motion.
It's less intense training, no spinning on the green team. So it has the centrifuge, but it doesn't spin as much. It's not like crazy spinning like the
so it does spin a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sorry, not no spinning. It doesn't have as much spinning.
Okay.
It's tame.
Yeah.
So
I was about to get on it, but never mind.
No, they This is still spinning, Joy.
I'll get you for this.
So basically, they still spin and pivot. So you have some motion there, but not as intense as the original ride, which is the orange team. So for anybody listening and wanting to go on Mission Space, but you don't know if you can handle the intensity, green means go. Green team, stay on the green team if you want the less intense version, okay? Green means go on it. If you get on orange, I'm sorry. That's the original ride, orange team. So when
you would think that they would flip the colors though, because
I thought so too.
You know, green and
I find green to be,
you know,
I don't know.
I think visually it's more like the you know, when because it's too fast and then you
Ew.
and then
no. Okay.
No.
Gross.
Well, actually,
No.
that could be orange too, depending on.
It depends on what you eat. You have a Dole Whip. You have that citrus swirl.
Oh,
that you
God.
go over there. Anyway, unfortunately, along with the re-theme, Lieutenant Dan was no longer.
Can we hear
So-
him? Can we listen to Dan?
Let's listen to it. Let's give Lieutenant Dan a minute. because
Lieutenant
he's
Dan,
awesome.
we salute you.
Lieutenant
Now, you've
Dan.
already been organized into teams, and soon each of you will be assigned a position. Navigator, pilot, commander, or engineer. And the success of your mission will depend on all of you working together as a team.
I love his voice.
It's just so this guy, he's just amazing.
I would love to hear him on tape reading Little Red Riding Hood. That would be the greatest thing ever.
That would be really good.
He'd make anything
Children's
interesting.
Children's audiobook.
Make anything interesting.
He should get on that. We favor Gary Sinise in this house. Not this house. Our houses. We don't live together. But okay, so no disrespect to after 2006. But Gina Torres was in the pre-show. She took over for Mr. Gary Sinise.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not familiar with her, she was in Firefly, Angel, and Westworld.
She's been all over the place.
Miss Gina Torres is in the pre-show. Mr. Gary Sinise is no longer
Not in the pre-show.
not in the pre-show. He's still alive. He's just not in the pre-show.
Yeah, you got dark there for a second.
So you wouldn't go on Mission Space Green because it spins a little bit?
I have not paid attention to any of it since I found out how strong it was.
Yeah.
I'd have to go back and read because I don't know exactly how much force you're pulling on the green version.
Right.
Since I haven't thought about it, I haven't bothered. So if I go back and read it and I see that it's something I can maybe handle, maybe I'll try it. I mean, I've done the Hulk.
But that's not. I mean,
Okay. See
the Hulk
when
is
I
just-
bring
it's like
you're not
woo.
you're not selling it though.
Not like just, I'll go on the Hulk a billion times, but I
Yeah.
will not go on Mission Space.
Well, that's
again.
my point. You see what I'm saying here? Like,
Yeah.
I can barely do the Hulk. I did
Yeah.
it once, and I did it once because I was doing it as a favor. But
Right.
then I don't know.
Have you ever had an MRI? Done.
No.
Okay, so like if there was
But
no spinning on this ride, I don't think I would go on it either way because of the I would get claustrophobic
Yeah.
in there. The space in there is so confined.
Yeah, that
like it's
board just comes up on you.
Oh, just thinking about it now, I'm like, oh, and it's been, when did it come out? 2003. Oh man, it's been almost 20 years, and I can still like remember being on it.
So they enclose you very tightly. They spin the crap out of you.
Yeah. Oh god.
What? All that's missing is the tarantula crawling in the screen in front of you.
Jeez. Oh man, it's yeah, Imagineers. They really know how to put you in the action. The new home of the Alex's beloved Horizons attraction. And he never went on Mission Space. So I can't even ask you which one you would prefer. I mean, I already know the answer, but I mean, yeah, I feel like you would have to experience both of them to give a non-biased opinion.
No, actually, I can tell you. It's whatever has animatronics, I'm there. You remove animatronics, I get bored.
All right.
I can appreciate it, though, because it's very much in the vein of stuff like Back to the Future, right?
Right.
Motion simulators, or Spider-Man's another one, Transformers. I like those.
But it's not the same.
I know it's not the same, but I mean like the vein of
Right.
I bet you had it not been so intense, and the rumors about it being so intense, and then it being actually factually intense, had that all been removed, I would have gone on it, but I wouldn't even thought about it.
I mean, it's you.
But I have those little hesitations. I'm like, I don't know.
Right. It's like the perfect storm for me because it's the claustrophobia and then the motion sickness. Like at that time when it came out, I was a thrill seeker going to parks, and I would go on like all these crazy rides. Yeah. But that's one that it had like all of these variables like all together that I was just like, I can't do this again. So I digress. All right, so I have some trivia.
Oh my gosh, I always forget about this, and I can't stand when it comes. Hey, great trivia.
Trivia!
Yay!
I got some trivia for Alex, but because we're in an Epcot episode, it is Epcot trivia, which you might like, right? Okay, you ready? All right, so first question.
Why is it always me? Yes, first question. What are you doing?
Who else am I going to ask? Okay. All right. So, the Land Pavilion in Epcot.
Yes.
You love the Land Pavilion.
Okay.
All right. Who sponsors the Land
Kraft.
Pavilion? Okay. I'll give you half credit on that. I'll give you half credit. Kraft used to sponsor the Land Pavilion. Kraft was the original sponsor.
Yeah, I know. That's the only land that I recognize.
Oh my gosh.
No, I don't know the new one. I don't know the new one. All I see is Kraft.
So, Nestle is the sponsor of the Land Pavilion. Kraft was the original sponsor, but Nestle is the current owner. So, half credit.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
Just like in school. Yeah.
Half credit. All right. Question number 2. We are in the Imagination Pavilion. Right? So, in the Imagination Pavilion, there is a waterfall. Are you familiar? You have to be. Like right by Figment. There's like outside of Figment, there's this huge waterfall.
Sort of, yeah.
Okay. What is unique about the waterfall in the Imagination Pavilion outside of Journey to Imagination?
Okay, because it's in Florida, it has no gators in it. That is what's unique about that water.
Hasn't been proven.
I have no idea.
So the waterfall in the Imagination Pavilion outside of Journey to Imagination with Figment, the waterfall flows upward, not downward. So if you look at it, the water's going up, which is pretty cool.
Then you said that incorrectly.
How did I say it incorrectly?
You called it a waterfall. It's not a waterfall. It's
a water rising?
Yeah.
What is unique about the water rising?
Yeah.
That's the answer.
Yeah. That would have been helpful.
Okay. So for those listening, the water feature in the Imagination Pavilion, the water goes upward, which is pretty cool. All right. This question is a doozy, okay? How many countries
13
or pavilions
12
are there located in Epcot's World Showcase?
Holy cow. All right, hold on.
Can you let me finish the question
before
gosh. You answer? How many countries? If you need to use your fingers,
I'm already using them, but
okay, go ahead.
I'm going to have to edit out how long it took me to answer this.
All right. Go ahead. You can talk it out. No, say them out loud. Say them out loud.
No, because if I say wrong country, I don't want to sound like an idiot.
No, say them so I can make sure you got them.
No, I'll just give you the number.
Do it. No, because you're going to confuse yourself.
Well, if you keep talking, I'm going to get confused.
Say the countries.
No. I can't even do it now. So there's Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
I always go the Mexico way.
Me too. The Three Caballeros. Go ahead.
There's other people who go right into the countries, and
In Canada, and those are the incorrect people.
and I'm not friends with those people.
No,
But-
always go left. Go to Mexico.
By the way, thank you. So Mexico, Canada,
Darn!
China,
I fell right into that one.
China, Japan. Is it Morocco?
Yes.
Germany, France, America, and I can hear somebody yelling something else, but I can't remember anything else after that. So that was 8 that I got.
There's 3 more.
Really? Okay, holy cow. All
Yeah.
right, hold on then. Italy? Is Italy?
Yes. Yes.
Italy.
Come on, you're the Epcot guy. You got this.
Wow, don't put that on me.
You
Now,
want a hint?
Do
you want a hint?
Is UK one?
Yes.
UK.
You have 1 more.
And then you can tell the order in which I actually go to the countries. It's like UK is one.
Bro, you're all over the place, man. It's like,
Well, that's how I go. It's like Mexico first, then Canada, then
that's why it takes you 20 hours to get through Epcot.
Alex.
Hey,
We
bro,
want to
you got-
go. We
You got
want.
1 more. 1 more.
This is the
Oh,
one.
You have this.
This is the one I never go to, probably.
If I give you a hint, you're gonna get it like right away.
Well, then don't. Let me see. Let me try 10 more seconds.
Start the clock.
I can't do 2 things. No, I can't. I can't picture it.
Let me know when you wanna
Oh, wait. Norway.
phone a friend.
Norway.
Yes!
One of my Norway was like one of my favorites as a kid.
Maelstrom.
Maelstrom. Wow, I can't believe I forgot that.
Got it! Woohoo!
I can do that, but I can't do the dwarfs.
You can name 11 countries, but you can't name 7 dwarfs. Yay! I'm so happy for you. You passed that one with flying colors.
Finally.
Alex.
Norway, though.
Awesome.
Norway. I used to love. Actually, did a report on Norway in 7th grade because of Epcot. I remember that specifically. Loser. Oh, I'm sorry that I like to study and learn things. Which again
my
was the
gosh.
original purpose of Epcot Center, but they lost that purpose.
Oh my god. Hate. All right, that was fun.
Let's have fun. Let's do rides that are fun. We don't want to
Okay.
learn nothing.
I need to stop this show before Alex gets angry again. Now put your hand down. All right. So again, like always, we want to hear from you. Please talk to us. We get very lonely. Are you guys team green or team orange? Team Horizons or team Mission Space? Have you got on both? Have you got on none? Have you got on one? We want to hear what you have to say. So find us on our socials or comment down below. And like always, you can email us at thatreallyswellpodcast@gmail.com. Subject line, Alex got me angry because, and we'll find it and we'll respond back. And as always, as a typical YouTuber would have to do, if you like what you hear, please subscribe, like the video, hit the little notification bell.
Click here.
And
Click
so you
there.
don't,
Click here.
wherever it is, wherever it is on your screen, click that notification bell so you don't miss an episode. Ah, man. It was fun. Did you have fun?
I did have fun because we
'cause
talked
it's an
about
Epcot episode.
Horizons.
It's an Epcot episode.
Epcot.
Alex.
Epcot.
Jeez.
Epcot.
So, yeah.
Center.
Please, you want to see more of this?
No, it's actually.
Wait, no, it's this way.
It's the other way.
This way after
Yeah.
the edits. That's right.
Yeah.
You want to see more of this
Epcot,
guy?
Epcot Center, Epcot.
Please subscribe, like. It helps us grow, and we could do more of this, which we know you guys love to see. So, thank you so much for watching us and tuning in. And remember, whatever you do,
Do it swell.
do it swell.
Do it swell. Do it swell. Do it swell. Do it swell.
Do it swell, do it swell. Do it swell, do it swell. Do it swell.